So you're joining us today at Crow Green Fishery. It's May the 12th. We're doing Friday to the Sunday. We're booked today off work. It's me, Adam and Mike on the session. Not a busy lake at the moment. This is the lake. I've got all my 3 rods out now and I'm fishing for cats literally in the middle there. I've got another rod off all the snags there, and then I've got a rod just here which, looking close, is off that overhanging tree there. So yeah, I've got 3 rods out. I've also got the area here underneath the far tree there. Adam's going to be casting to the island, off the left of the island, and he's also got one literally off this bush in the margin here. But yeah, it's a lovely fishery, picnic table. We're just getting set up. Literally just got the rods out. It's about 9 o'clock, as you can see. And there's Mike. He's going to be fishing down there on the corner in the margins. He's just setting up, as you can see, his rods there. So yeah, we've got 2.5 days on here and hopefully catch some fish. There's carp up to £40, cats up to probably £140. I don't think there's anything under about £20 carp wise, and about 300 fish in here, so looking forward to it. We've already seen a £45 cat come out down the bottom from the lad on the end peg there, and then down by Cat Corner, which is the opposite end of the lake there. I think the lad who's fishing there has either lost one or had one just, but they've both been here from last night. So yeah, not a busy lake at the moment, which is good. Put a bit of bait out, but just going to concentrate on setting up, getting everything set up, and hopefully we'll join you a bit later on with some fish.
So I'm not sure what Alex has said on camera so far, but I think he's had his rods in the water probably an hour at the most, I'd say, something like that. He's just finished setting up. I'm still in the middle of setting up, and his right hand rod has just gone off. I think it was underneath a tree. Show you where he had it.
Get the net. Get the net,
And it's just under there, so I'm just going to grab the net, help him bank it.
It's probably the smallest fish in the lake, but it's a cat off the mark nonetheless.
Saves Alex a blank.
Look at the size of that. Just rips off.
Right, get it back, mate, get the rod back out on the spot.
Hopefully a sign of things to come. So that was a fun start. A little baby cat from under that tree there. Single sticky krill, tip with corn. Probably irrelevant what we're fishing on. Obviously hungry. But yeah, it was about 30-40 minutes. We cast the rods out, so looks like the fish are active. Just about getting all the gear together now. Didn't weigh it, only a few pound. You can see how Mike's getting on. He's come all the way from Staffordshire, 3 hours away. Crow Green's in Essex. Adams could come from Milton Keynes as well, so a bit of a journey down, but here for 2.5 days, so looking forward to it. And Alex is obviously off the mark. There's a prize fund of £100 for the most fish. Do you know about that, Mike?
No.
Oh, awkward. Here's Mike with his setup, and he's going to be fishing the margins either side of here. But we're expecting a few more on. He's got all his gear chilling out. So hello, Mike.
Morning.
Morning. Right, let's go and get some more fish on the bank. So it's been a while since I've done a video, and I'll be honest with you, the reason that is because I've been struggling of late. Done a couple of sessions. I joined Fry Earning as a syndicate. I had 3 days on there with my stepbrother. He was the only one to catch 20-pounder, but we took a lot of footage, but I didn't see the point in doing a video because it was very, very lifeless. And then about 3 days later the late record came out at about £40, so typical. Done a few day sessions as well. Went to Lakeland Yurts in Essex, and that didn't produce, but that was bank holiday weekend. Everyone, the 2 anglers on basically the very corner swims of the 4-acre lake absolutely caned it. Everyone else blank, so that was one of them. Very busy lake as well, so hopefully this session we can have a few fish on the bank, hopefully for Mike and Adam as well. and have a good session for once. But it's quiet at the moment, which is good. As I said, weather-wise, southern westerly wind today. It's going to reach temperatures of about 17 degrees over the weekend, and it's looking good for a few fish, definitely. But as ever, with the problem with this lake is it gets extremely busy, so the more anglers that come on it, the more pressure. But no, hopefully we'll have a few fish, and got plenty of time. But yeah, hopefully this will be my first video of the season where we actually get a few fish on the bank, because as I said, I couldn't catch a cold at the moment. So this bloke here's in again in cat corner. I think he lost one earlier, I didn't see it on the bank, but he's had another good run. This is what Adam, Mike and I were hoping for, but at the moment, apart from myself who's caught, the rest of the lads are struggling. Bit of rain. Looks like he's got it. Oh, that's a big lump, isn't it? Jesus, what a carp that is. That's a mega fish. Yeah, it looked like a good 30. It's now absolutely chucking it down. So as you can see by the video, good common there, good 35 plus. I think Adam said 38 in the video, but that was without the sling, so probably about 35 pound. It looked a big fish from the camera anyway. So yeah, we'd take that, or I would anyway. Yeah, sun's back out now. Couple of bleeps on the rod, but not a lot happening up this end at the moment. But I'm sure it will change over the course of the next 2 days, because as I said, it's going to be quite warm. So we'll keep you posted.
So Alex had that small cat earlier. He's been bragging so far today, saying that he's not blanking me in my car. Unfortunately for Alex, he's just lost a fish. We'll see you soon.
So it's about 1 PM. Just had a screaming run, lost it. Didn't feel big actually, it felt like another small cat, but I guess we'll never know. Wasn't on long enough to really tell, but I felt that thudding that I got from the small cat earlier on today, so it could well have been another one of those. But no, it's all been quiet for a few hours actually, the whole lake, which isn't anything unusual, I suppose. It's quite warm, patches of rain, etc. But no, we've all been in our bivvies just chilling, and nice to get that run, but not nice to lose it. But that's the second one now for the right hand rod. But I can't believe I haven't had a run off the middle rod over towards the snags over there, but maybe that will come later on, who knows. Just got to keep at it. Well, as you can see, the heavens have opened. Just chatting to Mike outside the bivvy, and it started to lash it down, so we've gone back to the old bivvies, praying I don't get a run now.
So I think it's about 3 o'clock, maybe 10 past, 20 past 3 at the latest now. Alex is into his third fish. He had a small cat early on in the session, and then he lost one. He's into his third one now. He's just taking him right under the trees over the back there, so he's just going to try and get it out. So we'll see shortly, hopefully, if he gets on the bank.
Well, it looks like I've lost that. Literally fishing off that snag there, and within a second of it going off, it was under there. Mike's rod has just gone off as well, whilst I was playing my fish, but nothing was on the end, so it's all happening. Just slackened off a bit now, see if it lets itself free, but So it's been a good 20 minutes now since this fish has been snagged up, but when we've slackened the line, it's still taking line. I don't know whether you can even see the twitch of the rod there, but yeah, it's definitely still on, but it's obviously snagged and tethered up. So Adam's, yeah, can you see the rod bouncing there? Yeah. Yeah, you only need one oar. But Adam's gone out in the boat now to see if he can free it up. We've tried ringing the owners, but no answer, so we're not sure whether we are allowed to use it. But for fish safety, I'd rather lose the fish than pull for a break. 'Cause if it is a big fish, then you know I'd hate to tether a fish up. So Adam's going out in the boat and seeing what happens. But the fish is definitely on. So I'm still getting those tugs off the rod. Could be a big cat, who knows? But I'm not sure we'll ever see the fish. But as long as it gets free, that's probably the most important thing.
So Mike was getting played around earlier by a few fish. He had a few bleeps and a little run. Since then he's pulled his rods in because he got the arse of it, so he's decided to go for a row in the boat instead.
Oh, there's no fish on that, it's stuck on the reef.
Huh?
No fish on that, it's stuck on the reef.
How'd you know? So here he is, one of the world's greatest anglers, Adam Snusher, with his underarm flick, and that's the 5th time now he's recast it. He's not happy. He's tangled, and he said that he's about to pack up and go to the pub. Let's see if he can get it right the 6th time. Oh, he's going for overhead this time. And he's in the bush. And he's out. So that's number 6. Here he goes for a 7th cast. Oh no, he's walking away. He's walking away. I think he's given up. So, I'm just going to see what Mike's up to. We've just seen how to cast with Adam. And we're going to see what Mike's up to. Well, there he is. And he's up. Having a little pocket there, was we, Mike? Good to see your reactions are still as good as ever, though. How you feeling?
Tired.
Tired, yeah. It's hard blanking, isn't it?
No, it's late nights and early mornings.
All right. Right, we'll join you when Alex gets a fish on the banks. It doesn't look like these two will.
Al, this one's stuck right over the other bank, mate. Can you just get the boat out? You'll actually get the cast in here in case.
So Alex found it highly amusing watching me trying to cast. He thinks he's some sort of professional, so he's just going to give it a go for me. See, trying to get right in the gap there between them 2 trees. Oh look, not so easy, is it, Alex?
No.
Tit. So I think we was in bed for about probably 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most. And Alex had an absolute one-time screaming run off of his middle rod. Where was your middle rod, Alex? Is that just in the open water you saw that crashing fish earlier?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so me and Alex were talking earlier, we saw a fish crash twice. Right out in the middle of the sort of bottom bay B. Can't see it too well at the moment, but I'm sure Alex will show it tomorrow in the daylight. Obviously caster's showing fish and it took a while to take it, but it's paid off, so I'll grab the net, give him a hand if he needs it. Hopefully you'll see on the bank. Don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's Alex's reel going absolutely mental. We were saying a minute ago, like, he's never felt a fire like this. So yeah, I'm gonna put the camera down now. I'm gonna put the camera down now just to get at least a bit of pressure. Just let Alex take his time, let's get it in. He's got all night, we don't want to lose it. It's either going to be a very good carp, which will be a PB for Alex, or a decent sized cat. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon.
So it's 20 to 12. Adam's got the kettle on, and as you can see, the rod's back on the rest. We haven't given up. I think it's a cat, and it's holed up. We've left it 10 minutes, and we've just had some more line taken off, but it's stopped again. But yeah, it's really frustrating, but I think it was a really big fish. I've never had to hold my rod like I did, just to keep it actually sort of not going in the water. So, and to rip off constantly like it did even after 10 minutes suggests it's a cat, but they go up to 140 pound in here, so who knows how big it was. Shame we couldn't get it out, but you never know. So the rod, Adam was right, it was lying dormant, the cat. We slackened it off and it ripped off again. Unfortunately it snapped off. I definitely felt the fish sort of in the snag, coming through the snag, but it may well have shook its head and it's broke me straight off. Not actually catfishing, to be honest, so that was on a single krill over a scattered bed of krill boilies because we're going for the carp, but I only had £15 line on, so it's no real surprise, but disappointing. But I'm going to get the rods back out on the spot, see if we can land a fish.
So it's about 5 to 2 now, 2 o'clock something like that in the morning. Alex is into another fish. I've just been woken up by somebody else's alarm on the lakes. Don't know what the bloke's doing, but it seems like he's ignoring his alarms or something. Don't know where you can hear it in the background, but his alarm's going absolutely mental. So yeah, just got to give Alex a hand and put the camera down and grab the net and that. Hopefully he's going to land this one. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon with a fish. So as I said, Alex playing that fish. Bloke on the other side of the lake, the alarm's going absolutely mental. Alex playing this fish and he was convinced it was a cat. I got a quick glimpse at it and I thought, it doesn't look like a cat to me. Originally I thought it was a mirror. It actually turns out to be a nice common. I weighed it at £33. Was Alex £33? £33, 15 ounces. So I guess they're probably about 28 without the weightless sling. We'll weigh the sling after, getting us that weight for it. But it's an amazing fish. I thought it was a bigger than it is, if I'm honest. It's a dumpy little thing. Nice gut on it. I was actually saying, as soon as I lifted it out of the water in the net, I said to Alex, it could well be a PB here. But fortunately, it's not quite. Still, it's an amazing fish. Lower down a bit, Alex.
Oh.
Lower down a bit, Alex. Yeah, so not quite a PB for Alex, but still,
Go on this side, might take it.
it's a good fish. Lovely condition as well, and it should hopefully grow on and get a bit bigger.
So it's 2:15, and I'm absolutely chuffed with that. £27, 2 ounce common. Thought it was a baby cat to start with, simply because it was heading towards me, and then as it got nearer the net, it suddenly got its head down. But as Adam was saying, I think there was a bloke on the opposite side of the lake, and he had a screaming run. I think it must have took all 3 rods out, so all his alarms were going off, and he took ages to get it. But I'm not sure whether he lost it. I think he lost it because we haven't heard anything since. But yeah, I thought it would go off tonight. That warm night as well, fish moving around. So yeah, really chuffed with that. But cast back on the same spot now. and then tomorrow I might have a swap round, see if we can get Mikey in on the action, but it looks like it's the night where it's going to happen. But yeah, chuffed. Finally got one in. What we came for, which was a carp. The cat's good fun, but I haven't really got the gear for the cat, so it's inevitable we're going to lose them. But no, we're still going to go at it and see what else we can get out. I'm now off to bed, hopefully for a bit longer than last time. So it's 2:15, and I'm absolutely chuffed with that. £27, 2 ounce common. Thought it was a baby cat to start with, simply because it was heading towards me, and then as it got nearer the net, it suddenly got its head down. But as Adam was saying, I think there was a bloke on the opposite side of the lake, and he had a screaming run. I think it must have took all 3 rods out, so all his alarms were going off, and he took ages to get it. But I'm not sure whether he lost it. I think he lost it because we haven't heard anything since. But yeah, I thought it would go off tonight. That warm night as well, fish moving around. So yeah, really chuffed with that. But cast back on the same spot now, and then tomorrow I might have a swap round, see if we can get Mikey in on the action. But it looks like it's the night where it's going to happen. But yeah, chuffed. Finally got one in. So some good news. Adam's finally into a fish. So it's got to be about 3 o'clock, I think. His rod's just ripped off, and he was straight out to hit into the fish. But it's giving him some welly. Feel good, Ed?
Yeah, it feels like every now and again. Tries to sort of tear it.
It's his margin rod, which is literally, you won't see it in the night, but literally in front of him, so it's good thinking. I'm going to give him a hand with it and hopefully get it on the boat. Well, believe it or not, my rod's just ripped off as well. It feels a very good fish. We've just got Mike up because Adam's in as well. Same time, double take. Awesome. I think Mike's here now. Do you want to take over the camera, Mike? Oh, he's got a net of fish. So Adam's finally had a run at 3 in the morning. 21.14, sorry. Nice fish. Good condition as well, look. All across its flank. Now well done, Ad. I've also got one on. I think it's another cat. It's took me in the same bush as I lost last time, so I've just slackened it off. I'm going to try and allow it to come out, but first time we've had a double take, isn't it, Ad?
Yeah,
together.
So Alex was playing this. Right, I was playing this and Alex's rod ripped off. The amount of sessions we've done, we've never actually played a fish at the same time.
So it's all good fun. Right, let's get her back,
Yep.
and hopefully see if we can land mine.
Right then. So Alex has managed to I'm trying to get the camera so you can see it right. Alex has managed to get his out the snags. So he's now playing his fish. Adam's just put his back.
Mike's been woken up.
And I've been rudely awoken from my slumber. I'm still blanking.
You grabbed the net, Ad?
Somewhere over there. Get my angle.
There you go, there it is.
Haven't weighed it yet.
Like I said, we'll confirm the weight in a minute, but I'm going to say about 15 pounds, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, maybe less. But Alex is happy. Is that your second cat? No, your second cat, isn't it? Your first one was a tiny baby one, and then this one. And then obviously he's had the big comment that he had, so he's doing well.
Right, let's get her back.
So, like I said, we'll see you soon. Alex will confirm the weight shortly.
So Adam's fish weighed in at 21. Nice mirror. My catfish was only 16, which didn't surprise us actually, because I managed to get it out second time under the snags quite quickly. So good double take there. First time me and Adam have ever had a double take. It's 4 in the morning and I've got crap all over me. Oh, but it's been a good night's fishing, and very much looking forward to tomorrow and what that might bring. So it's Saturday morning, 9:30, and a very good eventful night for Adam and I. Not for Mike, unfortunately, but he's going to reassess what he does tonight. He's thinking about going on the smaller lake or potentially moving swims. But yeah, we're absolutely knackered, to be honest. Feel a bit groggy because I've been up all night. Obviously I had a run this morning about 6 o'clock and it dropped it before I'd even got sort of out of bed. I thought it would go again, but it didn't, so I've just recast the rod, and when I wound in I realised I was quite far off the mark from where I was actually supposed to be fishing last night, just because I couldn't see anything. So yeah, I'm about to recast the rods and it's started chucking it down, so I'm just going to wait for the shad to stop and then get out and get the rods back out, including my third rod, and then see what Mike wants to do and help him move or come here, whatever. So the boys are up. Here's Mike. He's had a good night's sleep, although he helps us out land the fish. Adam's got his rods everywhere, very tired and grumpy like me. Just going to make a brew over on the bench, and I think Mike's thinking about moving, but all the ducks and geese are out scrambling for food, so all the rods are back out. See what today brings. So we're just having a good old natter on the bench there with a cup of tea, about 10 AM, and Adam has got himself a mussel on his other rod.
That's why that line went.
Huge mussel had gone over his well, sorry, not gone over it.
Exactly why your line went twang last night with big fucking mussel on your line.
And Adam's in. Is this off the island, Dad?
Yeah, this one I recasted about.
Oh, we only recasted this about an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. That's good. Cat, carp,
God knows, mate.
goldfish, bream.
I told you there was a fish moving off that
Happy
island.
days. It's moving out there. Look. So the ducks have come to check out Adam's progress. Looks a good fish. It'll be our first fish, hopefully, on the bank in the daytime. It's a catfish. Oh yeah, Adam's favourite. He loves a good catfish, Adam does. He was going on about it last night, how desperate he was for a catfish, and his dreams have come true this morning.
I think you've got that wrong, Al.
He just cannot wait to get his hands all over that slimy beast.
He's going to cuddle it in everything.
Could be a mat job.
No, I'll go in the net. About the same size as your one last night, maybe a little bit bigger. So I reckon.
No, I'm on about if he doesn't want to hold it, it could be a mat job.
Oh yeah. 40 on the nose. Yeah. 35, 34, 35, 35, yeah.
Right, let's just call it 34, because we're not fussed about it.
I'm not fussed about ounces, and it's only a cat, so I don't give a shit. So it is. Obviously I'm not a fan of cats, so I've got no interest in holding them and getting pictures of them or anything, but Alex licence, there it is. £34 cat.
Get this off his nose, mate. That's it. And get a couple of photos.
So I just went to the shop. As I got back, I seen Alex netting a little cat. Not going to weigh it, but as you can see, it's only a little baby. Couldn't have done that much better if I tried, really. There it is. So yeah, get it back. Alex gets rushed straight back out on the spot. Hopefully see you soon.
So we're just rustling up a bit of breakfast. Adam's just had a run and missed it. I think picked it up and dropped it, and Mike's gone all the way down there. You can see his bivvy. We advised him to go in the corner there where a lot of the fish come from, probably one of the best pegs on the lake. He's gone all the way down there to try and get off the mark. As I said, Adam's just had a run. He's just recast his rod. Had that baby cat, it didn't weigh it, but still nice to get a little fish. PM on the Saturday night with Mike, Adam and myself have all been in our bivvies asleep for the last 2 hours, probably because we were up most of the night, but absolutely nothing has happened since then. I've been awake the last 20 minutes and not a thing on the lake come out, so it's all shut off for the moment, probably because the sun it's quite strong now. It's come out this evening, quite a nice evening, but very windy as well, so not too sure why. Mike hasn't had a sniff either in that bottom corner, so it's not like he's reporting that that southern westerly's really made a difference at the moment. So it's all shut off at the moment, but probably meaning that things will happen tonight again. But yeah, not a lot at all today. So I'm going to prove to you what good anglers we are, constantly watching the water and all. See Adam. You doing, mate? Right? Yeah, not bad. You? Anything the last few hours? No? Okay, mate. Speak soon, yeah? So that's the responsive Adam. So we just had some tea, Domino's, and Adam's gone round to have a look. Lads just had one there. First fish, I think, of the day. Is it a carp or a cat? Don't know. Fair play to the lad. He's been here about an hour set up, and he said he'd seen a couple of fish moving, so he went round to that peg and he's had one straight away. It's good, good angling. So that lad's fish weighed in at 24.11. Lovely common, mint condition as always. Yeah, but he's been fishing now, so it's good skills that, fishing off the bar. So it's about 8 o'clock. I've just had a run off my left down rod, which is the other side of the island, and struck into it. Absolutely nothing there, which is strange. I've recast that back out, but looks like the fish are waking up. So Adam's just recasting his, and Mike's in the corner just recast his rods out as well. So yeah, shame, but never mind. So Adam's rod has just screamed off. It's about 1 AM Sunday morning. It looks like a cat. He seems to have got it into the open. It was off the 2 trees near the island. and it's given him a good old scrap already. I lost one earlier at about 10:30 Saturday night. It screened off and also pinged off, so I lost that one earlier on in the evening. But yeah, hopefully Adam's into a good cat here. A lad a few pegs down who arrived earlier, he's already had a 24 £, 11 common and a 45 £, cat, so he's doing well. But we haven't heard off Mike yet, so looks like he's still struggling at the moment. But definitely seems like a cat, doesn't it, Ad?
It does, mate. I'm still waiting for a nice carp out of here. It'd be nice if it's one, but
Yeah, he's still looking for a big carp.
the fight I'm getting out of this.
The cats are very active at the moment. Right, we'll join him when we get a bit closer.
There you go. It's hard to get the whole size of it. It was obviously bending in the middle when you lift them.
Yeah. Well, what a difference today makes. It's been a all action first night here at Crow Green and absolutely nothing. Second night, not had a bleep on any of my rods apart from just, it's 5:30 in the morning. But yep, I lost that one last night at about 10 o'clock. But the rest of the night never had a touch, which is strange, but that's fishing. Haven't heard anything off Mike either, so looks like Mike struggled, and Adam as well after his cat last night hasn't had anything to say. Real quiet night. So the lad right down the bottom is into a fish. Nice one there. Only a smaller one, but well done to that man. But yeah, all the anglers seem to really take the time, get everything ready first with their stuff, and then get the fish out. It's good to see, and they're all young lads as well. Real nice lads around here, that's what we found. Everyone's willing to talk to you, share advice and stuff like that. Real nice fish here, I really like this place. Definitely be back during the summer. So the lad, a couple of pegs away from Mike, over on the far side there, he's done really well since he came yesterday evening. He's had a 24 common, 45 £, cat, smaller common, and he's just had a 34 £, mirror, so he's having a brilliant short session. Real nice lad as well. Talking to him for a while yesterday, but yeah, he's right on the gravel bar, right on the spot. Looks a really good angler, but he must be absolutely chuffed. I think he's just packing up now, and I'm not surprised. It's probably sealed a great little session for him, and a quick overnighter, so it's all quiet down this end. Mike's just come, wound his rods in, come down for a cup of tea. But yeah, all the fish we've had are on sticky krill, tipped with corn, size 6 barbless corder, wide gape hooks. But yeah, it's been real quiet last 12-15 hours. We thought it'd really switch on, but obviously Friday was the better day for it. So Adam's had a screaming run off near the gravel bar where he cast to this morning. He saw a showing fish, and I think it was about 6 a.m. this morning, so we got up and cast straight on the spot, single krill, 20 mil. And it's been a good hour and a half since he cast out, but it's just gone screaming off. Looks like a carp. So that one came off, unfortunately. Felt like a cat, I think. Sort of held up and then shed the hook. So Adam's missed out on that one, unfortunately. But all quiet down my end, all quiet down Mike's end. All the fish seem to be showing off the bar. round about there. And I can only presume, as I've said before, that the fish are getting on people's bait. It's a lot quieter lake now. So all the bait that's gone in over the last few days, I presume the fish are on it. Beautiful lake here at Crows Green, Essex, just outside Brentwood. As you can see, it's about 12 pegs on the lake. It's not been that packed all weekend. And then the lake comes into this corner with an island. You can't see it from here, but the other side of the island is a lot of overhanging willow trees and snags. Obviously a prime spot for the summer, but there's a bar that comes out from the far end of the lake there, all the way across about 3/4 to the right. If you cut the lake in half. Yeah, it's a nice day today, a bit windy, but sun's all good. We're going to finish off our session, hopefully get a couple more before the end. But we have lost a number of fish where they've pulled the hook. Could be barbless, could be just big cats turning quite aggressive fish, so could have had a lot more on the bank, but that's one of them things. Probably a learning curve for next time, definitely. Well, the most bizarre thing has just happened. Lad had a 34 mirror from over there. Absolutely, showed us the photos. Absolutely gorgeous fish. But Adam's just cast out probably 3 rod lengths off the island, and no word of a lie, it literally took it on the drop as he went to tighten his line. Without even putting his back lead on, the rod has just shut off. I've never seen that before in my life. I've seen it in you know, when fishing for like 7-8 pound carp on a match or something like that, taking it obviously on the drop, but not a lead like that with a bait on it. It wouldn't have even touched the ground, would it, Ad?
I doubt.
No, that would have been like literally dropping. God knows what it is. You'd expect it to be a carp with a take like that, but the way it's now running into the island suggests it could be a cat. Who knows? Maybe he got it right on the bar. Oh dear. But yeah, it's certainly giving him some. Mate, you've got to angle your rod away, because otherwise you're going into the island and you're behind it. Not sure. Yeah, you've got to be careful you don't go behind the island. May well be a cat, but I've never seen that in my life. Not going to lie, that was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Oh, you fucker. And there you go. Another lost fish. It's got to have been a cat. Frustrating. But these cats are literally picking up single krills. We're fishing for the carp, and there is nothing you can do about it. People will watch this and say, oh, why aren't you tackling up? That's ridiculous, losing fish. But at the end of the day, we're here for the carp. It's a carp water as well as a cat fishery. And you'd think with catfishing they'd go for, like, you know, your mackerel baits, big pellet, but they're literally picking up singles, and that was on the drop. I've never seen a take like that, but yeah, I think there's a big mussel bed in here as well, probably off the gravel bar, so the fish know what they're doing. They're experienced enough now to know exactly where all the holes are, but frustrating. But I tell you what, we can't complain in the amount of runs we've had. Adam's just had another run. Getting off that bar, he's chasing it all the way round. The lad's on fire. Just see if we can get it in off on the bank this time. So a nice mirror for Adam, only about 17, 14. We're going to double check the sling after. The sling weighs about £6, it came in at 23.14, so but nice fish nonetheless on the last day of our session. That one was off the gravel bar. Just going to get a few photos. So Adam's just measuring out his next cast, and for now that's a wrap. Shit, wasn't it?